I want to talk about recovery of koalas. And of course, when we talk about koalas, we know that many other animals need the same habitat that koalas do, but we use it as an iconic species. Koalas have been under pressure from a range of threats, including chronic habitat loss due to development, which then drives other threats like being hit by cars and dog attacks, plus diseases such as chlamydia. And now, of course, we have extreme weather events under climate change. The Blue Mountains in Hawkesbury has turned out to be a critically important one for koalas. The work of Science for Wildlife since 2014 shows that the area is a potential refuge for koalas under climate change, as habitats out west become less suitable for koalas, and habitats to the east, including in the Hawkesbury, are under increasing human development pressures. We have the most genetically diverse koalas in the country, making them vital for conservation. Dr. Kelly Lee describes them as a hidden bunch of rule-breaking koalas who've not read the literature on koala ecology. Thank goodness. They occupy habitats that we didn't even know they could use, and they thrive on trees that grow on dubious quality soil types, she says, and some live above the 1,000-metre altitude and they get snowed on. So the modelling that we've got that predicts the extinction of koalas by 2050 was largely based on land clearing rates, and it was done before the bushfires. These growing populations were seen as a source of hope, free from the threat of development. The bushfires showed us just how big a threat climate change really is. So not only does the habitat loss have to stop, Dr. Lee says we need to actively manage koalas and their remaining habitats. Now, listing the koala as vulnerable to extinction didn't reverse the trend of decline over the last few years, and the Morrison Government failed to take the steps that were needed. Will uplisting to endangered be enough for them to act? Well, looking at their track record, there is no evidence of that at all. To move koalas back off the endangered list and away from the threat of extinction, we need to increase koala numbers. The government sat on the uplisting announcement for 3 months before turning it into a photo opportunity. When Labor's National Koala Conservation and Management Strategy ended in 2014, the Morrison-Joyce government never got around to replacing it. That's 8 years of failure. And there is still no recovery plan in sight. This is a government that always does too little and too late and doesn't listen to the experts. At a national level, the Liberals are not serious about saving koalas. At a local level, the Liberals are not serious in the Hawkesbury about saving koalas. Anyone who claims to care about koalas but hypocritically supports measures to clear valuable habitat without seeking any expert input cannot be taken seriously. It does feel like the jeweller Tiffany, with its fundraising from its diamond koala brooch, is doing more to save the koala than nearly a decade of Liberals.
Time has expired.